back. If you are new, my name is Relly. I'm a queer disabled YA author, and my debut novel, There's a Badge for That, comes out May 23rd, 2025. So I'm here with a bit of a hodgepodge of a video for you. Today is my cover reveal day. It's March 23rd as I'm filming this, super exciting. But I also have a mini book haul, and I'm probably gonna share a bit of my proofreading process that I'm finishing up right now. So let's start. I'm gonna make you wait on the cover reveal. Let's start with my mini book haul. So I went to one of our local indies. It's called, hopefully you can see this, it's called Take Cover Books. Love them. And I got this one for my 13-year-old. He's on like a zombie apocalypse dystopian kind of kick. I had never heard of this, but it looks super fun. Zombie Apocalypse Running Club by Carrie Mack. So I got him that. He reads a lot of adult books. He is really into J.R.R. Tolkien and Brandon Sanderson and that whole vibe. So he reads a lot of adult books, but I feel like reading YA is so necessary. Like, you can't skip over that like coming of age genre. It's so important. So I do on occasion pick him up one that he hasn't like asked for if I see something that I think he'll like. So got that for him. And I picked up, this is gonna seem really random, Jane of Lantern Hill by Lucy Maud Montgomery. Hopefully you can see that. I have the whole series of this edition of Lucy Maud Montgomery's books on my bookshelf, but this one I could not get anywhere. I think they're discontinuing these covers by Tundra. So I couldn't get this one anywhere, but my local indie was somehow able to order it in for me. So now I have the full set, which is great. Love that for me. And then this bookstore is really adamant about ordering in A, Canadian books, which I love, and B, books that you can't just go to Chapters and pick up off the shelf. Like, sure, you can probably get them on the Chapters website, but if you want to see things in person, if you want to shop in store, if you want to shop local, they bring in books to encourage that. So that's very cool. So I got, these are actually all by the same publisher. What is that publisher called? Conundrum Press in Wolfville, Nova Scotia. So actually maybe all three of these are Canadian. I thought only two of them were. Yes, so 3 graphic novels that I had never heard of before that are all published by a Canadian publisher. So very cool. I have Cheryl by Gillian Fleck. Shelter Belts by Jonathan Dyke. And The Field by Dave Lapp. And this one is a beast. It weighs so much. I'm really excited to read these. Right now, where I'm at in my library building and reading journey, I typically am buying physical copies of either graphic novels or nonfiction reference book type books. So I'm not buying a lot of just, you know, YA fiction, adult fiction novels in physical copy because I read so much from my library through the Libby app, and also I have an Audible subscription, so at least 1 book a month from Audible. So I'm not buying a lot of those fiction things in physical copy unless it's like a favorite author of all time, a favorite book of all time type situation, or I find them at like a library sale, a thrift store, that kind of thing. So I'm very excited for these. I'll go add them to my TBR shelf upstairs. There are quite a lot of books on there because I have been working on my novel forever. I haven't been reading much at all. So that's my little book haul for you. Sorry I couldn't like dive into what they're about, but I had never heard of any of them before, so, and I don't just want to read you the synopsis because I feel like that's not a good use of my time or your time. So let's hop into the cover reveal. Is that exciting? Or should I make you wait? Because are you gonna watch the cover reveal and then continue watching the video? I feel like maybe not. So maybe you have to wait for the cover reveal. It's live! It's up, it's there. Very exciting. Okay, let's get to the real work, proofreading. Okay, hi friends, welcome to my attic, which still does not have a fun name. If you saw my attic renovation, DIY, whatever I called it, writing space video, I was looking for a fun name for the attic and we've just been calling it the attic. So I still do not have a fun name. Suggestions are welcome. Not a ton has changed since you last saw it. We do have all this shelving behind me now, that has all our board games and puzzles in it, because we actually swapped some of our rooms around so that my one kiddo could have a bigger bedroom. So now all the board games are up here, which is fine because we have this great coffee table space for playing board games. And it also meant that I now have like a real couch with a chaise and everything on it instead of the little futon. So that worked out well for me and my attic space as well. So I am going to work up here for now. It's not super warm. We're kind of back to more like closer to winter temps than spring temps right now. So it's not super warm up here. So I probably won't stay up here too long. But this time of day, the sun comes in the window really nicely. So I thought I would relax on the couch for a little bit and do some of my proofreading. And then I'll probably move downstairs and get a change of scenery and follow the sun sort of around the house into the different rooms. So that's the plan for right now. I'm gonna put some focus sounds on with my Endel app and get to reading. Wish me luck. Okay friends, I have done one chapter and I am frozen, so I think I'm gonna move downstairs already, which is not ideal because I just hauled all my things up here. But basically what I've been doing is I am reading the most recent draft on Jesse's Kobo because I no longer have one. I have a Booksmama 2, which, because it's like phone sized, not the ideal screen to proofread on. So using Jesse's Kobo. And then I found after the first couple chapters that it's actually easier for me to have Vellum open and just make the edits as I read. And then I'll save and export this file as a Word doc as like the final draft once it's done. It just, this is the way that it's working for my brain. The first couple chapters, I would read the chapter and make notes. And then I would go into Vellum and make the changes, and it felt like it was twice as much work as it needed to be. So now I'm just doing it as I go and it's going a lot faster. I'm on chapter 12 now. I just finished 11 and the book has 32 chapters. So I still have 20 chapters to proofread, and I was supposed to be done this 2 days ago. So my week did not go as expected, as you might imagine, but I'm gonna do my best. I have 5 more chapters until I get to part 2. So if I don't get any further than that today, if I at least finish part 1, I'll be happy with that. Ideally, I would like to do the whole thing, but it's already almost 2 o'clock, so 20 chapters is feeling a little ambitious, but we will see. We'll see how it goes. I might be feeling a little more motivated once I move to a room where I'm not freezing. So let's do that and continue on with the work. I'm gonna be honest, friends. I have lost all will to do any proofreading. So I've been like responding to comments on Instagram and Facebook and resharing people's stories and stuff that they've shared, which thank you so much. I love you all. Yeah, but it's totally like pulled me out of proofreading mode and I have not warmed up. I've been down from the attic for like probably 45 minutes or an hour and I'm still frozen. So I'm just kind of stuck in this like limbo where I'm cold and I don't feel good and my productivity motivation is all thrown off. So I think I'm gonna throw an episode of Criminal Minds on the TV and eat my popcorn and see if maybe I can get feeling a bit better. I'm gonna put the heating pad on and warm myself up. Hopefully I'll get back to proofreading shortly. I don't know. Maybe I'll see you in a bit. Hi friends, it is now Monday. I should have known yesterday when I couldn't get warm that I was actually getting a chronic illness flare. So I did not do any more work yesterday. I laid in bed and then I laid on the couch and just hung out with Jesse. Not the fun ending to our weekend without children that I was hoping for, but that's life with chronic illness. So now I have gotten ready for the day. It's almost 10:30. I did not get a good sleep, but I was awake on time at 6:45 this morning. I've done some laundry and taken care of the bunnies because my kiddo is not here, and I have gotten ready, and now I am going to do my morning pages, which I do every day, and then hopefully maybe I'll be feeling up for diving into some more proofreading work. The kids should be home in, you know, an hour or so. I'm not doing anything today. I am just going to rest and try and get as much proofreading done as I can. So that's the plan. So let's get into the morning pages. Of course my pen would be dying. Luckily I have another one, but look what I found. It's a willow. Hi, Willow. That window actually goes to the staircase that goes downstairs. She is the only cat so far that has gotten herself up there. Yeah, hi baby. So that's pretty funny. I guess she's gonna hang out there while I do my morning pages. And I don't think I showed you my new tattoos. You might have spotted them yesterday when I was filming. I finally got lower knucks done. I've had my upper knuckles done for almost 20 years. It was about time I got my lower knuckles done. Did this hand too. Just little symbols that represent me. And then the pièce de résistance, my Oxford comma tattoo. I posted that on my social media the other day and all my writer friends went crazy for it. So love that. It is quite sore. Hand pieces are no joke, but I do love it. Anyway, let's get back to the morning pages. Okay, thankfully the sun is trying to come out, which is making me feel better already. Got my morning pages done and the kids are on their way home. So I am going to go put some laundry away, and then once the kids are settled and having lunch and all the things, I will try and get some work done. Fingers crossed, because I am so behind. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you in a bit doing work. It is just before 5 o'clock, and I have officially proofread chapters 12 through 17. Go me. So I actually split one chapter into two during that proofreading session. So originally I was supposed to do 12 to 15, and I decided I was going to do 12 to 16 because that was the end of part 1. But then I actually split 16 into 2 chapters. So 17 is now the end of chapter 1. So I did 12 through 17. Go me. Feeling really good about finally making some progress. And I am exactly 50% of the way through. I made this copy of the ebook before I had the ebook cover. So that's why there's no cover. I'm exactly halfway through the book. I have 16 more chapters to go, so I am through more than half the chapters, but obviously the chapters are all varying lengths. And I have part 2 and part 3 to get through. So I'm feeling really good. Part 1 was really daunting because it is the longest part by far. I kept saying, yeah, I just want to get through part 1. I want to get through part 1. I want to get through part 1. And it took a while. Really happy with my progress. My camera is dying. This vlog is probably gonna be way too long. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you loved the cover reveal and a little bit more of a vlog style video from me this week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye friends. Oh wait, don't forget to add, there's a badge for that, to your Goodreads. Links down below.